Okay, so today we're going really, really far back in time to the book of Exodus, specifically chapter 17.
Right.
And we're going to be looking at the Israelites' journey and focusing specifically on two pretty key events that happen right after they leave the desert of sin.
Yeah, this is a really fascinating section because it's sort of a microcosm of the whole Exodus experience in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got these sort of twin challenges of like really basic survival needs, but also threats from enemies.
Right, exactly. And it all happens in this one place called Rephidim.
Right, at Rephidim, yes.
Think of this as your survival guide.
Yeah, essential tips for the wilderness wanderer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's dive right into the first crisis, which is water.
Okay, yeah.
Just left the desert of sin. They get to Rephidim, and boom, there's no water.
Right, it's like one problem solved, another one pops up immediately.
Yeah, talk about stressful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the people, they don't react well. I mean, the text says they quarreled with Moses. And they're like, give us water to drink, like, immediately.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like, they've just been saved from slavery in Egypt. They've seen all these miracles.
You'd think they'd have a little more faith.
Right, but as soon as things get tough again, they're like, you bring us out here to die of thirst.
Yeah, I mean, it's human nature, I guess, right? Like, we forget the good times pretty quickly when we're uncomfortable.
It really is.
Yeah.
So, Moses is clearly overwhelmed by this.
Oh, yeah, he's in a tough spot.
He goes to the Lord and says, look, they're going to stone me.
Right, like I just got you guys water from a rock last week, basically.
Right, exactly. And the Lord's response is pretty interesting. He says, okay, take the elders, take your staff.
Oh, yeah.
That staff that you struck the Nile with, remember that whole thing?
That's right, that's key.
Go to Horeb.
Okay.
Find this rock.
Yeah.
Strike it, and water's going to come out.
Right. It's such a powerful image, isn't it? Like, that staff represents all the miracles they've already seen.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like a reminder that God's still with them, even in this new crisis.
And of course, miraculously, the water flows.
Enough water for everybody.
So everyone's like, oh, okay, I guess we were wrong. But they still name the place Massa and Meribah.
Yeah. What do those names mean again?
Literally means testing and quarreling.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So they're literally marking the spot where they like tested God and complained.
Right. Like, this is where we messed up.
This is where we messed up. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny, but also pretty serious, you know?
Yeah. It's a reminder that even when we experience God's provision, we can still fall back into doubt pretty easily.
It's so true. So they barely had time to drink their water.
Right.
And then, bam.
Here comes trouble.
The Amalekites attack.
Right there at Rephidim.
Right there at Rephidim. So now they're dealing with a whole new kind of crisis.
So what do they do?
So Moses tells Joshua to pick some men and go fight.
Okay. Makes sense.
But then Moses takes a different approach.
Interesting. What does he do?
He goes up to the top of a hill with Aaron and Hur, and he's holding up the staff of God.
Okay, the staff of God. So we're back to that staff again.
As long as Moses is holding up his hands, the Israelites win the battle.
Wow.
But when his arms get tired and his hands start to drop, the Amalekites start gaining the upper hand.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. So it's like the outcome of the battle is literally tied to his arms.
It's really striking imagery, right?
It is.
And you can imagine how exhausting that would be.
Yeah, holding your arms up for who knows how long.
So Aaron and Hur, they see what's happening.
Right. They're like, we got to help this guy out.
They give him a stone to sit on, and they hold up his arms for him.
Oh, wow. So it becomes this team effort.
Until sunset.
Yeah.
And by then, Joshua's won the battle.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about Moses' individual strength. It's about everybody working together and ultimately relying on God.
Right. And the Lord specifically tells Moses, write this down. Make sure Joshua remembers it.
Okay.
And I'm going to completely wipe out the memory of Amalek.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's a serious declaration.
Yeah, it sounds like this is more than just like a one-time enemy.
Right. It seems like a really significant opposition.
Yeah, a lasting conflict.
So Moses builds an altar and names it, "The Lord is my banner."
Which kind of sums up the whole situation, right? Like they're acknowledging that God is the source of their victory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in this one chapter, we have these two huge events.
Yeah, two very different challenges.
Desperate need for water, and then a surprise attack.
Right, and two very different responses, but both of them point back to reliance on God.
And the importance of leadership and community.
That's right. We need each other, and we need something bigger than ourselves.
So as you think about your own life,
Yeah.
how do you respond when you face those kinds of challenges?
Right, when you're in need or when you're under attack.
What banner are you looking to for strength?
That's a good question to think about.
Yeah, something to ponder.
Definitely something to ponder.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Exodus 17.
My pleasure.